Hi everybody! So today's topic is called factoring Xbox method when a is equal to 1. So factoring is a big topic. Factoring basically is like multiplying polynomials backwards. And Xbox method is basically the boxing method, which is what we learned yesterday, but you're doing the boxing method backwards. So I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but let me go ahead and explain what it is that we're doing today. So if we have a polynomial here, y is equal to a x squared plus bx plus c. That's given that a, b, and c are numbers. So what you will do is, remember I told you you needed to be good at the diamond game? That's because here you're using the diamond game. So what you do is on the top of the x, you multiply a times c, and on the bottom of the x, you fill it out with b, with whatever numbers a, b, and c are. Then once you have the numbers top and bottom, you should be able to figure out what are the two numbers that multiply to the top but add to the bottom. And we'll call that m and n, okay? And then you take it to the box, which is like the boxing method that we learned yesterday. In the very front of the box here, you're just gonna go ahead and fill it in with whatever ax squared was. Whatever term, first term in your polynomial, you're gonna fill it in with that. The end of the box here, the very end corner, you're gonna fill it with your constant at the end, your c. And then on the other remaining two boxes, you're going to take your m and fill it in here, and your n and fill it out here. So we'll put our m here and n here, and at the end, you put the variable x. So if I give it to you in all variables, this seems very confusing, a little bit overwhelming. So we'll go ahead and take a look at an example with numbers. All right, so this is our polynomial here that we're going to factor, x squared plus 4x minus 12. So compare this with this polynomial here. First step is to identify what is your a, b, and c. So let's figure that out. So as you know, a is a number that's in front of your x squared, your very first term. In this case, we don't have a number. What does that mean? There is an invisible 1. So our a is 1. How about b? B is a second number that comes here in the second term in front of your x. In this case, positive 4. And lastly, your c is your constant at the end. Here is negative 12. So we have our a, b, and c, right? So let's go ahead and fill out first the x. So here we say that on top of the x, you have to multiply a times c. So what is our a? A is 1, c is negative 12. So 1 times negative 12 is negative 12. How about on the bottom? On the bottom, you have to fill it out with b. Our b is 4. So we have negative 12 on top and 4 on the bottom. So what are the two numbers that multiply to negative 12 but add to 4? It is 6 and negative 2. Because 6 times negative 2 gives us negative 12, but 6 plus negative 2 gives us 4, right? So now that we filled our x, let's go ahead and take it to the box. So the box, this is how we fill it out. So I told you in the beginning, you fill it out with the very first term, which in our case is x squared. So let's write in x squared here. And I'll go ahead and color code it for you so it's more easier to see where the numbers came from. The very end, we fill it out with c, right? Your constant, which is this one. That's negative 12. And then on the sides, what do? You take the numbers that you came up with in the the diamond problem. So that goes here. So that's 6. And don't forget to add the variable x next to it. And the very last box, you take the other number, which is negative 2. And you add the variable x to it. All right, so now we filled out the box. So now from here, what you're doing is you're doing the boxing method backwards. Let's quickly remember what boxing method is about. Remember, boxing method is when you had your polynomials, you wrote them outside, and you figured out, all right, so x times x squared is x cubed, x times 3x, 3x squared. You filled out the insides, right? You had the outside and you filled out the inside. For Xbox method, you have the inside and you have to fill out the outside. So you have to ask yourself, okay, first one is x squared. So what times what gives us x squared? Well, x and x, right? Because x times x is x squared. So you filled out the first part. How about here? You have to figure out, okay, so if we have x here, x times what will give us negative 2x? Negative 2, right? Because x times negative 2 will give you negative 2x. And you filled out this side. All right, how about this here? Let me erase this. Oh no. Okay. Oh man. All right, just leave it. Let's fill out right here. Over here. So x times something has to give us 6x. So x times what is going to give us 6x? 6. Right? Because 6 times x is 6x. And then lastly, you double check. 6 times negative 2 gives us negative 12. So then we know this is correct. So then let's write down what we have. On the top, we have x minus 2, so write it in a parentheses. And on the side, we have x and positive 6, so that's x plus 6. And there we go. We factored our polynomial here into two binomials. Binomial is when you have two terms, 1 and 2. So there you go. These are our factors of this polynomial here, and we're finished. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know in the chat box or on Desmos. Bye-bye.